but it's running. I guess I don't trust it. It putters a little bit, but I was able to get my mowing done, and so what did I say? I don't know if you can hear how it putters just a little bit here and there. It might need a valve adjustment. It certainly needs a greasing, and the blades need sharpened. This mower would have been 4 years old when this picture was taken, and when I paid $4,500 for it. I financed it. That's with financing, and when I bought it, I had none of the support equipment. I drove it into the back of this van on ramps. This trailer and stuff came along later, and I don't know. I mean, for the trouble I've had with it for 30 years, I can tell you, even messing around with it now, the fact that I don't have any of these switches or starter or anything else, I mean, and look at the trouble I went through just figuring out that it had the bad spark plug in it, but it's really been a good old mower. So what happened here with this mower? I mean, I would hope that the struggle I went through, it got close to a month of trying to understand, buy parts, find out why this mower was running like, well, why I couldn't keep this thing running. I essentially at this point, I have, the only thing I have replaced on this mower is the little igniter thing, the little igniter, which read that definitively. I got a different reading from the old one to the new one. But I wish I didn't really get the full advantage of this tool right here. This thing, $5. I think it's the same one even if you go to AutoZone. Let me tell you some of the interesting things. Okay. All right, we're gonna have to give this cat either some attention or maybe I should just hi. Hey, there's Patrick. I bet. Okay. Okay. This is my pal. I have several pals around here, but this one. I bet. You can see why. Yeah, come on. Why don't you pat? Why don't you pat? You know, he's orange. I thought of Irish. That's how I came up with Patrick. But he also pats, and it worked out perfect. So this is the spark plug that was in it. How is this? Is it that I have too much light? Okay. It appears that I have been running the wrong spark plug in this machine for quite a while, and whether that put a drain, if that damaged this little igniter thing, I don't know. I know that the old one read different. I couldn't get the factory manual. I couldn't get these things to read what the factory manual said it was, but so I'm in a little bit of confusion. Let's see. It was still stalling out until I replaced the spark plug with the factory designated spark plug. So I had, and by the way, they say that Stenz makes the NKG makes the spark plugs for Honda, but essentially what I've had is a Honda spark plug in a Kawasaki engine. Visually, they don't look any different. My investigation on the internet was that this Honda spark plug is colder, and that would be that would be that when you test with the ohm meter. This spark plug has a higher resistance than the designated spark plug, the factory designated spark plug. And just by out of chance, I went into town. Let's see, I picked this up at Lowe's, but then I had several options, hardware, whatever. I went into Logan. You know, I went to Lowe's up in Lancaster. I went to Logan. I got into TSC, and lo and behold, okay, so this is a $10 spark plug. This is a $4 spark plug, but they look almost identical. The difference in the difference in the number is BPR6ES, and this is BPR5ES. Did I say that right? BPR6ES versus BPR5ES. Okay. And I looked it up, and this is the factory. And so this spark plug here has a lower resistance. And if you can tell me that, in these switches, this is one of them, they're just on-off switches or safety switches. As near as I can tell, the problem with the way it was running was probably a spark plug, the wrong spark plug starting to go bad, along with the igniter, they call it, the kill switch. So I don't know how this works. I don't understand what exactly. I can start and run that mower with the safety stuff completely switched, unplugged. There's only one plug. I also did the ignition switch. I wanted to make sure. So the last thing I tried, I was actually up in Lowe's, and this is before I said, I came back after I bought this plug. Because this is the plug I had. This is the same plug that I had in it before. For I don't know how long. Years? I probably replaced the plug once. Didn't think it may. I didn't research to find out that the cheaper plug is the designated plug for that engine. That's as simple as I can tell you. I had the wrong spark plug in there, and this was damaged. It'd be interesting. I should put this thing back in there and see if the lawnmower works with this in it. I think I'm going to do that because it's really simple. It'll be simple to see if I take the new igniter out and put the old one in, if it works, and if it's absolutely was clearly the fact that I had the wrong spark plug in it. That's all I can come up. I mean, that's what it comes down to is, it's running now, and I changed the spark plug, but this plug's not bad. I mean, you can see it runs the mower but it runs the mower. It has continuity, if that's the right. It has a resistance in it, a higher resistance than this plug here. But I mean, I've been using this mower. I don't know when I replaced this. Is my problem. Has it been a couple years? I mean, it looks dirty enough to have been in there. There's no way I can tell how long it's been in there. So that's the long and short of it. For all this trouble, all I needed to do was look up the factory plug and go buy the factory plug. And not, they make like upgrades, and you're supposed to, you can buy a better plug, aftermarket plug. I don't know anything about that. I just know that I had an expensive plug in there, and the cheap plug is the one that makes it run. That's where I'm at right now. I don't know what else to say about this. I'm really... The ohm meter wasn't helping me 100%. The factory manual wasn't helping me a whole lot. Google I think it's Google that had this number. Somewhere, if I found it in the manual, the spark plug number that it was supposed to be. Almost a month. I should be elated.